According to President Trump, the United States sunk 9 Iranian Navy vessels. The president posted to Truth Social just now saying, "I have just been informed that we have destroyed and sunk 9 Iranian naval vessels, some of them relatively large and important. We are going after the rest. They will soon be floating at the bottom of the sea also." In a different attack, the president goes on to say, "We largely destroyed their naval headquarters. Other than that, their Navy is doing very well." Again, that was a statement from President Trump posted to Truth Social. We'll continue to keep you posted as we follow developments out of the Middle East.
Breaking news, and this is a significant development. A statement attributed to President Donald Trump is now circulating widely, claiming that the United States has destroyed and sunk 9 Iranian naval vessels. The statement describes some of those ships as large and strategically important. It also claims that in a separate operation, Iranian naval headquarters were largely destroyed. If confirmed, this would represent a dramatic and direct escalation between Washington and Tehran. Let's be precise about where things stand right now. This statement is circulating. It is attributed to President Trump. But as of this moment, independent confirmation from the Pentagon, the Department of Defense, or Iranian officials has not been publicly verified. In fast-moving situations like this, claims emerge quickly. Official briefings take longer. We are not there yet. That said, the details in this statement are specific enough to take seriously. 9 naval vessels, not small patrol boats. The language used describes them as relatively large and strategically important ships. That matters. Large naval vessels carry real military capability, missile platforms, surveillance, command support, logistics. Losing multiple ships of that scale in a single operation would be a significant blow to any navy. The reference to a separate strike on Iranian naval headquarters is equally significant. That suggests this was not one isolated incident. It points to a coordinated series of operations, targeting assets at sea and command infrastructure on land at the same time. If accurate, this is one of the most serious direct military confrontations between US forces and Iran in recent memory. Now let's talk about what this means strategically. The Persian Gulf is one of the most sensitive maritime regions on the planet. Global energy supply runs through it. Any major naval engagement in those waters immediately raises concerns about oil routes, shipping security, and broader regional stability. Markets will react, governments will respond. Iran's naval forces operate across the Gulf using a mix of larger vessels and smaller fast attack craft. A strike that removes 9 ships in a single operation would impact operational capacity immediately and significantly. But beyond the military hardware, the message being sent is political. Naval power represents national reach. Striking ships and headquarters simultaneously sends a signal that goes well beyond tactics. Which brings us to the most pressing question right now. How does Iran respond? Historically, Iran has favored asymmetric responses. Indirect channels, regional proxy networks, cyber operations, or carefully calibrated moves designed to signal strength without triggering full-scale war. But the scale of what is being described here is not a minor provocation. It would demand a response of some kind. At the same time, the United States maintains extensive naval and air assets throughout the region. Carrier groups, strategic bombers, rapid deployment capability. The risk calculation on both sides becomes extremely delicate the moment direct confrontation occurs. There is also the international dimension. Regional governments are watching this closely. Global markets are sensitive to any sign of prolonged instability in Gulf waters. Oil prices can move fast when the Persian Gulf is in play. And international bodies will be under pressure to respond if this escalates further. One more thing worth noting. In today's information environment, statements released through media platforms can serve multiple purposes at once. Domestic signaling, international deterrence, psychological pressure. Until the Pentagon provides formal confirmation, caution is essential in assessing the full picture. But here is what is clear. If US forces have sunk 9 Iranian naval ships and struck naval headquarters, this is not an indirect exchange of pressure. This is direct military engagement, and it changes the equation in this conflict significantly. The next few hours are critical. We are watching for Pentagon confirmation, official reaction from Tehran, emergency consultations at international bodies, and any indication of further military movement in the region. The central question right now is whether this stays a limited strike or becomes the opening of something far larger. We will bring you verified information as it becomes available. Stay with us.